What was the greatest day of your life? That sort of seems to be a reasonable question. In the abstract, people think they can ask you that, but I've had a lot of days in my life, and I can't answer what was the greatest day of my life. I'm not just being an old misery guts. I've had plenty of good days, but I can't go, that one. That was the greatest day of my life. I remember books and movies. They use that all the time. That's how you found out the great truth about a character. What was the greatest day of their life? But if you're put on the spot, how do you measure that? What makes something the greatest day of your life? Is it who was with you? Or what happened? Something you had? Something you discovered on this day made it the greatest day of your life? Someone must have had this experience. Maybe it's just me who can't nail it down, but would you know then and there, when that day happens, when you're in the midst of that day, is that when you know, this is the greatest day of my life? Or is it the end of the day when you realize how great that day has been? Or the day after you look back and realize the greatness of the day? Surely not at the end of your life. You don't wait till the end of your life and then go, I realize what the greatest day of my life was now. Surely if it stood out that much, you would have known all along. There were so many things I wanted in my life. Some of them I got. Those were good days. And some I didn't. And there are times I thought, well, maybe that was it. If those things had happened, that would have been the greatest day of my life. So why can't I pick one day that was? Is it because I was always chasing something I didn't have? I was looking to what would make something the greatest day, and so I wasn't able to enjoy the things that did go right. Oh, and God forbid when I looked at other people who were achieving things I wanted, especially if I thought they didn't deserve it as much as I did. Now, we all know what sort of road that is, judging other people by our own standards. It's something I felt like I learned a long time ago, but God knows it wasn't soon enough. Don't waste time thinking about what other people have that I don't have, particularly if I think they don't deserve it and I do. That's when you miss the really good days. Or if you don't miss them because you live them. And those are the days that only afterwards you realize that day was a great day, and it would have been greater if I'd only lived it to its fullest at the time. You know another thing people say too much? You never know how much time you've got. Could be gone like that. Get hit by a bus, and you don't even know what a bus is, but it's a big thing that ends your life if it hits you. Well, that's one thing I do have. Pretty damn good idea that I'm not here for much longer. So I can look back now, weigh the days against one another. I still can't come up with the greatest day, but you know what? I met you. That was pretty good.